Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we've got some story time. I love story time. Not in this scenario, but yeah, story time nonetheless. So, 13 weeks ago, I dropped my bumpers off at a fella's house. He said he was going to, get them done. There wasn't really a timeline or anything. I'm not going to name names or anything like that. I don't do that sort of thing, but let's just say I'm not going to recommend him to anyone. So 13 weeks ago, dropped him off there, and he just, led me round the old path many times, telling me stories about flights and work, and I'm getting them done next week. I think I heard that 7 or 8 times. 11 weeks later, after dropping him off, I just had enough. So went and picked him up. And yeah, they weren't painted or anything. The rear bar was sanded a bit, but that's about it. And yeah, already, because I've been talking to people about it and that, I already had the guy lined up. He's literally 2 minutes away from my house, so dropped him off there. And exactly 2 weeks later, he delivers them back to my house and half the price. And yeah, they're in really good shape. Not perfect, obviously. I didn't want perfect. I just wanted them to match the rest of the car, the rest of the car is in great shape, bar a few little dings here and there. But yeah, we now have painted bumpers. And yeah, he did it in 2 weeks, and he said he was going to get it done in 2 weeks. And he even had an operation last weekend. And yet he got them done yesterday, which was Saturday. Today's Sunday. So yeah, anyway, we're going to reassemble these. Well, the rear bar just needs the grille put in, as you can see. And then that can go back on the car. The front bar, we just got to put this guy in, put a little bit of double-sided tape in there to stop it moving around. Got the top grille section. We've got the front grille. Look how long everything's been sitting. There's cobwebs and shit everywhere. I've got to straighten that one up a bit. I hit a bird many moons ago now, probably 2.5 years ago. Hit a bird. It got, I don't know if it actually got caught in the grill or anything, but yeah, it bent the bottom grill up nicely, but that's alright. Got our fog lights, got our fog light bezels. And yeah, put the GT bar back together, which is what they have on the 4.6. Got all our little screws and stuff. Taking a sample of each one because I want to get like zinc plated or yeah, something that's not going to rust. As you can see there, everything's rusting quite a bit. So I'll get new ones of all them, and then yeah, we'll do a quick video on piecing together the whole front bar. Because as you can see, there's quite a few components, except for this. The GT lower section doesn't come out. It's all actually all bonded in there because of the damage that has been on previous owners, etc. So when I got it repaired, I just said, mate, just do what you can. It's all glued in and all that, so it got painted on there. So it might crack, whatever, who cares? But it's in so much better shape. There's no more cracked paint. It was all cracked paint down here. There was all cracked paint in here from holding it the wrong way in the past, and it was all cracked along here from my old ramps that I had. I was using bricks, so I made my new ramps. So yeah, we're going to piece this together. But first stop is righto, so we've been to Bunnings, got our double-sided tape, got our screws to put everything back together. Got some of these washers too, because where the rear bar mounts to the car, there's these like little rubber washers to stop water getting in and all that, so they should do the trick. They're a little bit thick. I'm hoping they compress enough, but see how we go. So first thing we'll do is get this rear grille. Righto, so the rear grille, so we've got, it just goes in there like that, and you've got, see these little screw holes. So what we're going to do is screw this guy in here. Just line them all up. I just do them nice and loose first. just so you can line every hole up basically. They seem like they're the right length, right thickness. Awesome, good stuff. So doing these up, I've got them all in. I'm just making sure that you just don't want to do them too tight. So you just a nice nipper, and just make sure you don't do them too tight because you might pull it out and you're screwed. Haha, screwed. Alright, there we go. Got all our screws in, they're tight. None of them pulled out, which is good news. Got our little washers on here. This is where they go on the rear bar threads that poke into the boot, just to stop water and whatever getting in the car. So yeah, rear bar is ready to go. So now we'll do the front bar. So as you can see, this side of the bar to my left is nice and curved and straight, and then this side is, yeah, not so much. So let's have a little go at yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, let's get a screw in that one. Yeah, actually, that's cool. I never noticed that. Actually locks in there. So it sits nicely into that little crevice, whatever you want to call it. And same on that side. Boom. So then, because it's plastic and everything's old and crappy and shitty, just have to pull them up a little bit just to get it to line up properly. But other than that, alright, we'll get all these screws in. Alright, there we go. All the screws are in. They're all done up tight. Nice rigidity on the front bar now. So what we'll do is get this top piece in, so then we can put the top two pieces in, I should say, so we can get the front grille all. As you can see before, it was double-sided taped. So I've just got 4 squares on there. It should be enough. It just to hold it, to stop it rubbing, because that edge touching on that edge where it sits in there, yeah, I've seen it crack on quite a few bars now. So we will see how that goes. Rightio, so you can see here that, yeah, every tab, it's got to make sure all those tabs go in. Otherwise it's not a good time. And then there's actually a tiny little tab there and there as well on this side. So they're all in, good stuff. I'll just find chewing on it. Just chew it to clamp all the prongs together and bam, in it goes. Nice and tight. Cool. There we go. That's on. And next is front grille. So we'll whack that in. Righto, so next one is the front grille. So it has 2 little tabs on each side. They just slot into there. And then the other one, a little bit of manipulation, and then that is pretty much how it sits. And just screw it in. Righto, so there we go. All the screws are in the top grille now, so it's starting to look like a bumper again. Oh yeah. Cool. Everything, that's all done and secure, so now we've just got to put the fog lights in and the fog light bezels. We'll do that now. Okay, fog lights are pretty simple. They've got little, I don't know what you call them, speed nuts or whatever the hell they are. And the fog light just basically pushes in from the back, and then you add a little screw. I don't know if these are going to be long enough actually. No, they're not. That's all right. I've got other ones, I'll go grab them. Okay, I got some longer ones, so hopefully these ones are alright. I don't think they might be too long, but they're definitely the right size, so pretty sure the bezel covers it up, so we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose. Alright, there we go. Front bar is complete, except for, yeah, that all went in good, but yeah, we had a little mishap with this tab. This tab broke off on my $500 fog light bezels. So anyway, we've glued it on, so I'm not going to actually try and clip that in for the next, who knows, 24 to 48 hours, whatever. Hopefully it cures and becomes as hard as it was. Feels really good now, but yeah, we'll just wait. But it's not going to stop us from putting the bars on, because besides clipping that in, it's complete. So get the rear bar on, and then yeah, we'll get the front up. So I got the back up ready to go. Taking the muffler off because it's a bit of an abortion, if you know what I mean. And it's, yeah, I'm gonna get it modified because it actually hits on the rear bar. So I'll just take that off so I can get the rear bar on. It's a nice little piece that goes on the back there. Might even see what it sounds like. Might just straight pipe it, but that's a bit of some sort of straight through muffler, which might dim it down a little bit. But anyway, we'll get this rear bar on first. Righto, let's get this rear bar on. Yeah, go up to the car. So then you just want to make sure that this piece doesn't go above where it's meant to go. You know what I mean? And then now you're watching the holes as well. And you just got to get the holes in. So push it up against the car if you want, and then grab it in there. Very good, one. Get that straight, yeah. So this is one of them. They're just a 10mm nut on the thread. I don't actually know where my 10mm long socket has got to, so we're just going to use the spanner today. Yeah, they pack up their shit and piss off. So this is one of 4. I'll show you where the other ones are. They're in a very precarious spot. But our roof screw washers are doing nicely. This is tightening up very nice against the body. I'm not going to go too crazy, but I just want to squash that washer up nicely. That's one. Now the other one is down in, yeah, see that thread? That guy right there, it's down in there, so I just, oh, actually I've done the other one up, so I'll be able to do this one with my fingers for a little bit. There we go. And then I get my tiny little 10mm spanner on there. It's very hard to see in there, but get the idea. Under here we've got 3 little speed nuts that hold this little part in. So it's actually, you've got the bumper itself, and then you've got the insert which is connected to these pits. So they both screw into some speed nuts under here. You gotta make sure you do this up, because if the wind catches it while you're doing a dollar, you'll probably rip it off. And don't forget to do these. Whoa. and you get the idea. Rightio, so the first thing is to secure the corner of the bumper. This is the rear bar still, got the corner. Sorry for the dodgy footage, but there it is. I've got a big washer on there, and yeah, you can see it doesn't line up very well, but it's a lot better than what it used to be with that washer in there. It used to actually like hang out with its wing out, but that's that one. And then the next one, you've got, don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a hole there that holds the inner guard, so I'll just get Jess to hold it for a second while I try and line that up. So here's our little inner guard, and there's a hole there which holds that part of it. Come on, mate. There it is. That bit has to go there. Oh, there it is. Let's see if we can get that in there. That holds the bumper to the actual bumper support, as well as the inner guard at the same time. So I won't do that up because this clearly doesn't line up. Well, it does now. And these just take your little push clips. So you can get these off eBay. I bought these off, yeah, what I just said, eBay. But they're the really small Ford ones. I don't know if you can see that properly, but I'll just grab one out. But these do all your inner guards, all that sort of shit. You've got these ones with the tiny little threads that always stuff up. So yeah, this is for the inner guard. So this goes, push the bumper in, push the housing cover thingy in, like so, and then I just push the thread in. Done. A little bit more. That's all good. Look at that. Secure AF. There's another one up here. Ooh, that didn't go according to plan. Boom. In. Look at that, that does not move. And now I can do the screw up properly. That holds the corner of the bumper in, as well as the inner guard. And that is absolutely solid. Good stuff. So quick run down the rear bar. You've got your two nuts on the inside. You've got these two screws. They're just 6G screws, I think they were. You've got your 3 underneath. 1, 2, 3. And you've got your clips. All this whole side just clips straight in. First thing is that screw up underneath. Then the inner guard with that screw. Then you've got your 2 push clips. And then same on the other side. Now it's time to do the front bar. I'm gonna get it off my ramps and then get it up on the ramps at the front and then get the front bar on. Righto, let's whack this front bar on. Oh. Okay, whoa, we almost forgot something. We've added some bumper lift. Got our $2 pool noodle, made some little spaces, so let's see how she goes. Now the bumper's ready to go on. What peg? Don't hold any of that top part. So focus is on the side piece, not going up the guard. And just head on it. Like, make sure it doesn't go up the guard. And then just, we want to lift the front up. That's it. Yeah, we've got to put it over. That's it, lined up on top of there. We're good? Then just push in with your knee. Well, I've got to say, ladies and gentlemen, our bumper lift is on point. Check it out. Look at that. It's just like a bottle of... Oh wow, what the fuck? What gap is that? Is that because of the cooler pipe or something? Or because that's hitting on there? Wow, look at that gap there. Is that always there? It's massive. Is it? Well, it is too. It's crazy. The things you never notice. But one of my other videos I did, I showed you how to fit one of these coolers, and I stripped all the black paint off it, and wow, all I can say is yeah, that was a good idea, because that looks insane now. Wowee. Alright, so we're almost there. We just have to run you through the bolts and clips that you've got to do up now to secure it properly. So the first two things I'll do is, there's these two 10mm like hectic screw things that hold the middle of the front bar in place on a BF. Haven't seen a BA with them yet, so must have been a later situation. Okay, next thing we'll do is these two top ones. So you've got to make sure you put this in first. We didn't, so we had to pop the bar back off and get this in first before you put the bar on. But if you just pull the side out of the way, you can see there we have one of our other 10mm. This is just a big ass 10mm screw, and then that goes under there. And the other side is the same. Like so, and that goes under there. And you've just got four push clips again, and then we've got our inner guards, and we've got our usual screw that goes in there. Alright guys, we're done. We have our front bar on. We've got our two screws under there done, two screws in the front, and you have one there. I put a washer on there just to hold it in, but the bar's clamped on nicely in its little clamps up the top there. And then the inner guard's just got two push clips there, and then obviously you put your splash guard on underneath, but I'm not going to do that today because I just can't be stuffed. It's Sunday afternoon. So there we go, we are back in action. Can you just shut the bonnet? Let's see what it looks like. Probably the same. Yeah, just drop it. There we go. We are good to go again. Sweet as. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you liked and maybe learnt something. Who knows? Enjoy it. Catch you later.